welcome to the Magenta Show with Moira Bush, your host, and our wonderful guest, Maria Angelova.
Thank you so much, Moira, for inviting me here.
And thank you for your patience, because this is take 3. It's new technology. We're trying new things today. So thank you for being so patient.
Thank you. And thank you for putting me here in my better profile.
Your whole profile's beautiful, girl. So, my darlings, thank you so much for tuning into the Magenta Show. We are trying something new. We are trying a show where we're going to showcase color a little bit more, a little bit deeper, the system that I've been working with, the color mirror system, for the last 16 years. But one thing that hasn't changed, my darlings, is you must pick 1, 2, or 3, the one you're drawn to get your message at the end of the show. All right? So our guest has picked a bottle. I've picked a bottle. And our producer today, Miss Shannon Fraser, has picked a bottle. So we'll see who you've aligned your energy and your purpose for next week with. Okay, so that will be quite good. So the other thing that we're going to be doing with the show is we're actually going to really get to know our guests. You know, in season 1, 2, and 3, we had wonderful chats with guests. And when the cameras stopped rolling, they would go, oh, what is this color stuff all about? And we'd end up doing little readings and little sessions. And then all the juicy stuff used to come out. And things that would benefit the audience, you know. And so we thought, okay, with season 4, that's what we're going to try and do, is flip it around a little bit, get to know our guests through the readings, through the session, and play with a bit of color, and hopefully able to serve you in some way.
Thank you.
How does that sound, Maria?
That sounds fantastic. Congratulations on your 4th season. Wow, you know, it's a big thing. And I wish you like thousands of people to be on this chair, like a big show.
I'll be working for years.
I wish you big success, like big audiences, like millions of people in the audience. Yeah, I wish you all the best for your show.
Thank you. And for those of you who saw season 1, 2, and 3, we used to have a color theme, and we used to ask our guests to wear a specific color, and we would talk about that, just that one color. And season 1, 2, and 3, it was great because it kind of introduced people to some of the colors. So of course Maria arrives today at the opening of season 4, the most colorful jacket I've ever seen, and it's wonderful. So there was no stipulation for colors to wear, and one of the reasons we do that is because the colors tell us a little bit about the personality, and it tells us a little bit about the person. So why are we changing the show? The main reason is to highlight to you how powerful, and to our guests, how powerful color is. Color is the language of light. It's the language of your soul. So whenever anybody picks any of these colors, Maria, what happens is your soul has a message for you. Your soul will speak to you. And all I'm going to be doing is be a facilitator between what I've learned about the psychology of color and my experience with the system, and what it is your soul would like to have you know in this moment. How does that sound?
That sounds fantastic. You know, I was thinking, how should I dress? And I was saying, okay, black is like a blackboard. So, and all these colors, now from your book, 8 Colors of Prosperity. Yeah,
yes.
I love to know that there's, I said, what is the thing that has all the colors, or maybe at least, you know, most of them. So yeah, I love this jacket. Yeah. So hopefully that open my mind, my heart, and I'll be able to help myself, the show and the audience. You know, I really hope that can help people.
So the first thing I completely and utterly love about you, besides your beautiful, colorful presence, is I love your name, Angelova. The angels and love in there. Isn't that just beautiful? But are you originally from, it's Bulgaria that you're originally from?
Yeah, I'm Bulgarian. Yeah, I've been there in my first 9 years. Uh-huh. So I'm pure Bulgarian.
Pure Bulgarian.
And, I don't know, DNA over there is like a crossover of so many cultures. But Bulgarian name.
Yeah. And you put yourself forward as an actress. What made you become an actress?
Actually, my child heart, like, made me be an actress. I was 8 years old when I wanted to be. I knew that I wanted to be an actress, and even a neighbor was laughing at me. I said, "You actress, really? Okay." So I didn't feel good even sharing, but at one point I realized, yes, I want to be an actress. I was reciting and learning poetry. I didn't love, reading so much, but I was reading poetry and memorizing and reciting. And I went to some of this competitions at school in grade 1 and 2 and reciting. And I was second. Why I'm second? And then I'm so good. So then it developed that need. I knew that from the stage, I do something with the energy. I kind of, lift the energy of people. And I felt it over there in my childhood. I see that people, look at me and they smile and they're like, so their body like move. And this is how, I pursue my, I became professional actress at 18.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, and then like many other things happened. So I came to this continent as an actress.
Yeah.
I was invited as an actress, so
beautiful.
Acting is my God-given direction to do something in this world.
Yeah. But then there's something that I know about you, and is that you love community, and you love that energy, not just sharing it professionally, but helping communities and sharing it in an entrepreneurial way as well.
Yeah.
Right? And I noticed that you had a project called Fenomenal You. Do you want to tell us a bit about Phenomenal with an F-E, Fenomenal You? What is that about?
Yeah, we decided to be with F because, many good things are called with F, like family, friends,
fun.
Yeah, that's our with F. Yeah, at the last year when I kind of decided that I should not run away from my acting anymore, and I was thinking, what is that like stays in me for a long time. And I realized that for a very long time I had so many adversity in my life, and each time I was overcoming that adversity with some simple things that I know from acting. Like simple exercises, simple, the body movement even, or like things that we use in acting. We use, we learn how to control our emotions, how to use the body to control emotions. So all that things, I realized that I learned it from acting. And there was a lady who was asking me many years ago, Maria, how come you go through all these divorces and kids and taking care of them, and it's terrible. Everybody stays and watch you, wanted to see you, down, and you're smiling and you're like all that. Maybe it's because of your acting. And I said, oh, come on, acting. I'm not an actress for 20 years. I'm doing acting only for community, and that's not. And then I heard it 2-3 times. Oh, maybe because you're an actress, that's why you're smiling all the time. Yeah. And I realized that these things that I'm doing are really coming from acting. I say, wow, it's going to be kind of unfair for people not to share it. And it came to my mind that I can put them in classes. And I realized that me, somebody with so many degrees and educations, and then creating businesses and this and that, I say, oh, there's so many other professional women. I met, a dentist. She's in my situation. I met, doctors. I met, one doctor is in this situation. There is an architect that is in my situation. There is some, the accountant that is my. I say, wow, all these professional women, mostly women, are having these problems, and they're going sick, and they're getting, down. And even at one point, a psychologist asked me to sit in front of a lady who had 3 kids and say, share with her, share what you do. And that kind of came from above in a package, wow, acting classes.
Wow.
Oh.
So do you actually give acting classes?
Yeah.
Okay, so give us an example.
Yeah, so when we started, I started in my home. So I invited people to come in my home. It's acting. The moment I announced the classes, the next morning I said, please, not more than 7 people, because, we have to lay down and do stuff. At one point there were 11, so okay, So that's how it started. So they come, we'll do sets of exercises. We do some exercise of the body, of the voice, of face. Then we do some games, like little simple games between each other, like in a pairs, and then with a group. And we do that acting, and imagining and words. We use words. We use our voices. So, and these people are relaxing. There's a one lady. She's in real estate, and she became speaking. She started group to speak and said, I wouldn't speak if I wasn't in that classes. And one of them said, I have to bring you to my people. I said, what is your people? And she's working in a home with elderly.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And she invited me to go to this Ukrainian care center, and we started there, classes for elderly. And you have one of these pictures, some of these pictures with a scarf with that lady. These ladies, they are in their 90s.
Wow.
And we made it. The exercise is much like in a smaller scale. It's not our half.
Well, what do you get them to do?
Oh, they would sit and last time I simply started with if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands, and then clapping their hands, and then you're happy and you know it, nod your head. And then I say, okay, let's see what is around. If you're happy and you know it, see around. So that, and then we'll do some like a ha, and you see ha, like say ha, ha, and then she would say he, and then we'll connect like ha, 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 hoo, hoo.
I'm having an acting class. Oh my goodness, that is amazing.
Yeah, and all this makes people, to kind of relax and have fun, and stress is going down, and they feel that they are more like close to their child within. And I know that when we're close to our child within, we are much more open for the world.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it's connecting to that inner child. And even in the work I do with the colors, Maria, that's exactly the key. If you can open up the inner child that's been locked away, and you allow that inner child to come out, and that fun, spontaneous, and that exuberance and innocence to come out, you change so many things in your life.
Yeah.
I don't think I've told you this, but I studied acting for 7 years and drama for 7 years in South Africa.
Wow, here's a partner.
And I was Miss Mouse. I never said boo or bar to anybody. And the Rotheswain Drama Studio that I was with in South Africa, they did an incredible job on me, because they forced me, because I just wanted to do background stuff. I'll stage manage, I'll make props, I'll clean the stage, I'll do anything but be on the stage.
Okay.
But my drama teachers, Linda Louise and Sharon, pushed me to be on stage, and they made me stand in front of an audience, and I had stage fright every single time. My knees knocked, everything turned to jelly inside of me. It was horrendous. But because of their guidance and the lessons and the work I was doing, it really built my confidence, and it's definitely tools that I use now to do the work I do.
Yeah.
So I'd like to know, how can we help you? What questions have you got about your life, about your business, about your projects, the way forward? And let's have a little color conversation about that.
Lots of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When I met you last time and you were doing that reading to me, and you already helped me with that.
I think it was a card reading I did for you.
Yeah, a card reading. Was a card reading.
At an event. That's how I met Maria.
Can be very open, but I'm not afraid. Okay. Yeah.
Go for it. It's live.
Yeah. And Moira told me, you're so stubborn.
Oops. Sorry.
Yeah, this is what the card says. You're stubborn on something. And I realized that I had this daydreaming, during the day something comes to your mind and telling you do that. So I had that maybe in 2012, 13, 14, so 2-3 times the same thing.
Stubborn.
Exactly. So it says go on the net and show your face, do something, speak, do something. And I said, okay, I'm doing it. So I did a couple of seminars. I don't know how many. At that time, I was doing my I've been in financial business, to cover my bills, for so many years. And I did some of these shows, but then I stopped. I got scared. Okay. I even was found on YouTube, and I was, interviewed by Reuters.
Yeah.
Imagine. Anyway, but I got scared and I said, I'm not perfect. And when you told me you're stubborn, I said, yeah, I'm stubborn. I'm not doing anything organized. I'm not giving any of my values. So since you told me that, I put 37
Wow.
videos on Facebook.
Wow.
Okay.
I love a client that takes action.
Yeah, I started and did it. And then, you invited me here. Other people invited me. So there was one group of accountants invited me to go to to give them class. There was another lady who presented me to other places. So okay, maybe I have to follow your advice.
Okay.
And and
what's the next step for you now? Well, what? Because I really would like to say, how do we open this up? Because it seems like you took that first step, and you're moving beyond resistance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
How can I help you?
Yeah.
How can we take it further?
Yeah, I really want to know what's next, and I'm open to do everything that I want to do. I want to continue these classes, giving them to professionals and to elderly. I want to even to invite other people so they can teach them, like my son and the other actors. I want to do a show. I start collecting my stories to make show on the stage, presentation monodrama, hour and a half show. I wanted also to maybe to start a show live to interview.
So you actually have a lot of things that you want to do.
Yeah.
So maybe we need to focus you down to what you need to do first, and because I always say to people who come to me for color readings, if you try and ride 2 or 3 horses at the same time, you're not going to win any races. So you kind of want to go, which horse do I ride first?
Yes.
What do I focus on first? Okay.
Yes.
So that's a nice. I wonder if our audience out there have got similar problems. So if you have, please put in the comments box, that you're also feeling like you're spreading yourself thin and doing all sorts of projects and businesses, and you need a little bit of focus. So this is how we're going to help Maria Angelova, our special guest today, to actually find a specific focus and pursue that as the first horse to ride in the race. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'd like you to have a look at the bottles behind you, Maria. And I want you to pick one that says this is who you are. One that says this is Maria. So it's kind of an I am bottle. I am this bottle. So from anywhere on here, pick a bottle and pop it on our light box, please.
That one.
That one?
Yeah.
Satori. Okay, pop it on the table somewhere. Okay, so this is brilliant because it's a solid gold and it's magenta underneath, and it's quite an active bottle because you can see there's quite a lot of spurts on it there as well. So what we have with this bottle is called Satori. Now Satori is the Zen Buddhist name for bliss and enlightenment. So it says that you're in a blissful, enlightened space in your life right now, and you can see yourself as Maria Angelova, as somebody who's feeling that. You got chills.
Yeah, I got chills. This one is part of it. Wow.
And what's really great is that in the color mirror system, the G15 bottle is the one that says you're ready to walk the talk. Because we go through so many different, like you say, you've had a lot of challenges in your life that you've overcome. And we get to a certain stage in our life where we talk about wanting to serve the community. We talk about wanting to pass our knowledge down. We talk about writing that book or starting that business, but no one really takes action and makes things happen. This one says that you are ready. You are in a really, I call it the sweet spot, the color sweet spot. You are in the perfect spot to actually take something forward with, because this is a bottle that says you know that heaven is your body. You know that you occupy your body and your body is your gift. And if you get your body to move, to take action using your mind, using your heart, using your soul, things and magical things are going to happen for you.
Wow.
So you're in a really, really good spot.
Wow.
So it also, the G15 is also chosen by people that whatever current project that they're thinking of expanding or actioning or setting into motion, they're going to make money from it. So that's a bit of good news.
That's really important.
Very important, yes. Yes, because acting, unless you become this multimillionaire signed person in a Hollywood movie, it is difficult to earn income through acting. It's one of those crafts that you sometimes have a sideline, or you sometimes have to do something different to, like you say, you've had to be in finance to bring extra money in. This one says that you'll be able, the time has come for you where you can solely use what you're passionate and blissful about to be your income. So this is you're in a good spot for that. Okay. How does that sound?
That sounds fantastic.
Okay,
That
excellent.
sounds like, whoa.
Yeah, and I wonder if those in the audience like this bottle and whether that message appeals to them as well.
Wow.
So now my next question will be, well, what would be the first thing we need to focus on? So I'd like you to again look at the shelf of bottles and go and pick any one that you are drawn to.
This one.
Okay, you can pick it. You can put it anywhere you like. Okay, so this is bottle number 11, and
it's my number.
11's your number.
Yeah. Okay.
We were so delayed going live today. We said it's going to be 11:11 show today, not 11 o'clock Magenta show. So 11 is duality, and it's very similar to the energy of the yin and yang symbol, you know, the black and the white that are mixed, and it's a Chinese symbol. So it says everything in balance, and this is about everything in balance for you. But it also is a very important message because the year 2018, if you add the 2 and the 1 and the 8 together, it comes to 11. So the year 2018 is an 11 year, which says this is the year you have to get this project really seriously anchored and ready to go out into the world. So this is your year.
Oh, wow.
This is it. And you've got 6 months left, so no pressure. No pressure. Wow. Okay. So this is your year. And what I love about this is it also tells me a little bit about the purpose you have behind this project, which is to bring light to people who are in darkness. Because if you look at the bottom is the light, and then of course at the top is this deep magenta that looks almost black. So it's about bringing people into the light. I really do love that.
Yeah. That's how I feel, actually.
Yeah. So the other thing I want to say to you, what the 1 and 1 is, it talks about partnership. So it talks about working with somebody, bringing somebody in to help you run the projects. This is not going to be something you're going to do solo. I don't know if you're open to having somebody work with you.
Yeah, I brought my son with me, so I believe he has his own path in life, and he agreed to support me because I've been supporting him a lot. And he's a fantastic actor and thinker, and he's so organized. So he helped me so much with organizing the things, and with supporting me. I really needed somebody to support me, but I'm really open for people to come and to be in my team. I feel that I need a team.
It is a partnership. This is not. This is something that it will grow because it's a master number, and people who will be involved. If it is your son, it will be a good partnership. You will work because there's a common goal here, and whoever the partners are coming in with you, they're going to help and share in the income and the money coming in. So it will be good.
Yeah, it could be if he decide to stay.
Okay. So let's go back again to the questions. All right, so pick another bottle for me because I really want to see what is the first thing you and the partners need to focus on. So pick another bottle for me because that one seems to be evolving. So just whichever one you're drawn to. Okay. So that one is bottle G30, and it is deep indigo on top and silver at the bottom. But look how lively it is. It's all speckled. You've picked very speckled bottles. I don't know if you've seen that. I don't know if our camera's picked it up, but it's like really alive. When this happens, the bottles are talking, they're alive, they're trying to catch your attention. And you'll find that when you're gone and this room settles down, the bubbles all disappear. So these bottles are filled with energy. They're not a product. They're literally energy that talks to you and calls you in. It's just amazing.
Wow.
So this bottle is called the Wisdom Keeper. So I have a feeling here that the work that you're doing with the elderly communities and these incredible 90-year-old women that you was talking about earlier, that is getting emotional and upliftment, is getting physical movement, is using their minds instead of them just going into not thinking about life. The way that you're doing these classes, I think that's going to be really big for you. So really come up with, and Royal Blue is also about a business plan. So you need to come up with a business plan that you can actually present to homes and to institutions that look after the elderly, and with a budget for you to work with, and programs, and lay out exactly what the benefits are for the silver-haired brigade, because that's what the silver is at the bottom, which is why I'm feeling in the wisdom keeper, I'm feeling that's a good way to go in.
Yeah.
But I want you to pick another bottle, because I'm really getting a feeling of this funnel. I can see this funnel, the colors like flowing out, like it's going to be quite big. So I want you to pick another bottle. Let's see where it's going.
That one.
Beautiful. Pop it down there for us as well. So this is called bottle 25, and it's trust, and it's yellow and turquoise. So this is, you're going to have to trust the flow of where this is going to take you. All right. And I'd really just get here that so okay, let's just go back. So you're going to work with a partner, you're going to work with the elderly, and you're going to work in those communities. You've got to come up with a business plan and where you can earn money and become well known for it. You're going to have to trust the process you're in, because it's going to allow you to be able to create other facilitators of the program. So like, you're going to create with your partner a program that says this is how we work with the elderly and an acting class. You will take that and turn it into a program which you can then sell and educate other actors or actresses struggling who need to make money. There'll be many of them out there, and how to actually run it in their community. So this going out across Canada, becoming a Canadian program. So this is you're going to have to trust that moment will come, that you're going to go, I can't do this all myself anymore, and you're going to want to duplicate you in as a program for other people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense a lot. Yeah, yeah. And I really like see it. Even I said like further going to all the yoga classes and having like something, like the way yoga is all over. I see my classes going all over.
It's exactly what I had in my head. It's like, yoga's now being brought in as a mainstream form of exercise where, 20 years ago it was woo-woo. Yeah. And what's going to happen with your classes is it will happen quicker than you think as well. But you must just trust the process. Initially, you must perfect the program. You must perfect the system so that somebody else can just duplicate it without you being there to supervise or make sure they do it correctly. Yeah. But it's a program that you will be selling. You're not going to give it away. Don't give it away, because it's years and years. It's your lifetime's work of knowledge and information that you're going to be putting into a program that somebody else can buy, and they can go and as a part-time job, go and earn income by teaching a community in their area, an elderly community in their area, some acting classes. Yes. That benefits them. So everybody benefits. Yeah. So how does that feel?
Wow. I had chills. From the beginning, the chills was from this side. Now is all over the body. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Part of what you're going to be teaching them is that turquoise is about technology. So you definitely have to make more friends with technology, because part of how you're going to, because your role will turn into a marketing role to support the people that are now doing what you love to do already, and supporting them in marketing and helping them to get funding, helping them to get doors opening for them. So your program has to have a very, very high brand. It's got to be very well known, and the way to do it is to have you as the face, like Richard Branson is the face of Virgin. You have to be the face of that program, because it will automatically open doors for the people who are coming to learn to be facilitators of your program. Yeah. So technology is important. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all of those social media things are going to be very important for you. You're going to have to be visible on all of them to build the brand.
Yeah, I have to put some.
Have you got a name for the program yet?
Yeah, I love this Fenomenal You. Yeah. And
I like it too. Yeah. Let us know if you like Fenomenal You, and let Maria have some feedback on the name.
Yeah, and I also was using acting classes, and I like the acting compared to drama classes, because in drama there is drama, in acting there is acting. in acting, there's things that are connected with preparedness for acting, and it's much, there's nothing to do with drama. Actually, no, yeah. But when I announced this acting class, and because people understand acting classes, it's easy. I'm not sure how I might kind of put the Phenomenal You in I don't know, or acting classes by Fenomenal You. I don't know. Maybe I should
pick a bottle. Let's answer that question. Okay, we have a bottle. Okay. Bottle G24. So in the color mirror system, for anybody who has studied color mirrors and who thinking of studying color mirrors, there is masses of resources, written materials and books and messages in a bottle. So the one I'm going to read, that one as message for you, is from the color mirrors message in a bottle file. So it's bottle G24. So I'll just go to that one. And it's called Reconnection, Pale Copper. It's pale coral on copper. Now, first of all, the coral is the color of actresses. So that Phenomenal You acting classes gets a green light. How does that sound? Yeah, that works, right? Nice and easy, right? This bottle of coral over copper asks us to look at what it is to be physical on a physical planet and to feel that as one thing. If we can be fully in our physical bodies, then we can also feel ourselves as part of Gaia, and this reconnection helps us back into our bodies. So I have a feeling that the whole acting process, one of the bylines or one of the marketing tools that you can add to the program is to let people know it is about fully being in your body. It's about fully connecting to your body, because so many people who have dementia or Alzheimer's, which is an old, as you get older, those diseases come in, is because they're floating into their mind. They're not engaged with the body. Your acting brings them back into the body. They have to think about being anchored in the body. So I really love that little message to just affirm again selling the acting part of it is very important.
Wow.
How does that feel, Maria?
Yeah. It's and maybe it's again connected with that inner child that stays in our body. I kind of imagine the inner child somewhere over here, here.
That's the coral colors about the inner child.
Yeah. And I believe that with the acting, that's exactly what happened. So taking the inner child, so connecting to that, and enjoying, to be the child, and to find again, the simple joy, like, ooh, I'm a child.
And the coral color, to make coral, it's a mixture of yellow and pink is love and yellow is joy.
Oh, wow.
That's why I say it does so well to work with the inner child.
How come this is so...
Has this helped you?
Oh, God. I don't know. This is phenomenal.
Do you feel you have a way forward with this, or do you have any more questions for me?
I have maybe a personal question connected with that. For a very long time, I put, my purpose as a mother to be on a first level, and I knew that anything else, like if I start a business, is like having another child. I said, all right, I'm not putting, anybody there. I'm not starting a business, and I believe in this period of my life, my personal life, my attachment to my kids and helping them. I've been helpful, to them. I have to detach from that, from this, and still, the habit of being very close to them and to be in service. Mothers are always in service to the kids. I have maybe some issues to solve with that, to make sure that I put the boundaries, or I'm helpful enough, to be the mother that they need. At the same time, to put maybe the business as in that strong position that is helping not only me, not other people, but them also. So in that connection, I maybe need some guidance to be.
Pick a bottle.
Okay.
Pick a bottle. This is a common problem with parents. Yeah. When do I make my business my baby, and when do I focus on my children? How do I balance that? And yeah, it is.
This one.
Okay, fabulous. So we have a bottle right from the top that is G34. It's called an anchor. It's an anchor bottle. You can put it wherever you like, darling. Wherever you like. So the G34 is called the gold anchor because it's gold on top of deep magenta. It's related to divine mastery and the star being's journey. So this is one that says that you, instead of doing for your children, it's time to step back, allow them to be fully on their path as star children, because your children are special. They are really from other places. That there's something special, right? And by you anchoring yourself in being your own divine self, which is what the magenta is about, and you express yourself, that gold visibility, coming out with your business, making money and being successful, they will emulate that. So it's about you now showing them what you can do, because children will never do what you tell them to do, but they will do what you do. They copy you. So it really is time to really focus on yourself and where your needs are now. It's time for you to come into your own, because by you being who you are, you set them free to be who they are.
Yeah.
And you have to now trust that because your trust bottle here again, you have to trust that they're going to be okay. But this is your time. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, this is actually hard.
Sorry, children. Mom's going to start a business. That's it.
Yeah, this is how I feel. This is, but it's a good that the colors are proving it. So, yeah.
So, which one is your favorite out of all of them? Which one draws you the most?
Actually, the one that was drawing me the most was this one.
The first one you picked, Satori.
Yeah.
So in the color mirror system, how this works, Maria, is the client actually buys their bottle and they go and bathe in it over a period of 2 to 3 weeks, or you can rub it as a body oil, and then magic begins to happen.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
And everybody has different experiences, so that's how it works. It is a physical and emotional and a soul therapy all wrapped up in one.
Wow.
And the bottles are made by Melissa Jolly, who's the founder of Color Mirrors, and she infuses them with Ho'oponopono. She infuses them with crystal energy, sound therapy, archangelic energies. There's just so much Reiki. Everything is just infused in that little bottle. So it's just a power bomb of instant transformation.
I know.
So that's what they do.
The prayer actually of Ho'oponopono was keeping me for I don't know how many years, maybe 12, 13 years. This morning I was telling that prayer.
Yeah. Ho'oponopono, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. It's beautiful. Yeah. All right, so we're going to move on to the audience. We want to give them a little reading as well, but I want to thank you very much.
Thank you. Good. So I should bathe, I put in my
little capfuls at a time, and if you're a shower person, you put it in your hand, rub it on your body, and then just see what happens.
So I should stay minutes with that? Or?
If you're going to bathe in it, you want to stay in the bath for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Pleasure, darling. Oh, I love the show. Okay, now we're going to give the audience a reading, right? You've all been waiting so patiently. Thank you so much. And thank you again for sharing the show, because without you sharing on your timeline and in groups, nobody's going to get to know the goodies that happen here on the light table on the new set of the Magenta show. So, those of you who've picked number 1, I'm going to see if we can, shall we move it across? And if you don't mind us moving your bottles, my darling, let's see if we can let the audience have a look at number 1. So those of you who've picked number 1, you have picked Maria's pick of the week. And that is bottle number 35. This is called Inner Guide. So Maria, for you this week, it's a quiet time out. It's about going within. It's about listening to your soul, allowing the information that's come through the reading to really filter, settle down, begin to make little notes, begin to think about your blueprint for the new business, begin to think about ideas. And for those of you, if you've got ideas, who've picked this number 1, this is also a week. Go quietly within, please, and just begin to write down little notes. Listen to your soul. Your soul loves to speak to you in that moment just before you wake up, when you're kind of half asleep and half waking up. That's when pearls of wisdom drop in. So please pay very attention to that this week, to that time between sleep and awake, because you're going to get lots more information for your soul, because you've opened up to it now. So the soul is like getting ready to give you lots and lots of information. Wow. All right. Okay. So those of you who've picked number 2, you have picked a bottle that our producer today, Miss Shannon Fraser, has picked, and it's G12, and it's a pale gold on pale gold. This bottle is called I Am. This is a bottle that says, think about being independent, think about working for yourself, think about stepping into your I amness. Who am I? I am this on the planet. So this is a very strong message for anybody who is going, well, what's the next step of my life? What do I do now? It really is about claiming your power, because gold is all about claiming power. Who are you? I am, fill in the blank. And pursue that as your passion. Pursue that, as a way for you to move forward. The other thing about a solid, when a solid color like this comes up, it's a real strong, powerful message from your soul saying you must now pay attention and claim your power. Who are you? Make the decision you've been dreading making. Take your power back and get on with it. I hope that helps, Miss Fraser. And for those of you who picked number 2, make the decision, get on with it. And then those of you who picked number 3, thank you for helping me out there, Maria. You've picked my bottle, and I could not move away from this bottle at all, and it's a solid black bottle. So I was actually quite glad you wore some black today, Maria, because that really came in quite strong. So what we've got with a solid black bottle is because there's these 2 eclipses happening in the month of July. On the 11th, we have got a solar eclipse, and on the 27th, we've got a very powerful lunar eclipse. They happen once a year. And eclipses is a way of, creating a shadow, creating darkness for a moment. And it gives us those opportunities to look deep within ourselves, in our shadow self, what still trips us up, what still stops us from being visible, what stops us from being out there powerfully yourself, what stops you from, accessing the inner guide within you so that you could have new ideas and you could follow through and take action on what your soul's instructing you. So I just think the black bottle is just for those of you this week. Pay attention on the 11th. It's a very powerful day. Pay attention to the solar eclipse and really just feel because what it will do is it's going to prod you and say, where are you not stepping into your power? Where are you not stepping forward and being visible? Where are you hiding yourself? Where are you playing small? What excuses are you using to not move yourself or your projects forward? So the eclipse is going to be pushing those buttons. So for those who picked number 3, good luck. Like me, I'm looking forward to this eclipse, and I want to get them over and done with as fast as possible. But we'll hold hands and go through this one together. So my darlings, thank you so much for the show. Thank you, Maria, for being on the show. You were amazing. Thank you for sharing so vulnerably and openly with the audience your story. Thank you. You're going to do really well, and I sincerely wish you all the best with your projects.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and thank you.
Thank you, Shannon, for producing us. And we will see you next week. We have a guest in the wings waiting, and we'll see you at 11 o'clock Monday next week. Thank you.